So you will never be able to sell until you address these three things that I'm going to dive into. And these are three areas that I see a lot with coaches, especially new coaches, that they make that mistake a lot. And those three areas that we're going to discuss is coaching on your sales calls, falling for the trap of talking about the competitor, and of course, I always talk about this, is not asking for the sell. So those are the three things that we're going to dive into today to discuss and how you can deal with some of those hurdles. So if you are new here, my name is Anne Jean-Pierre. I am host of the Godly Business Podcast, where I discuss sales fundamentals with some biblical principles. And also I'm a coach and consultant with Better Sales Women. So this channel is exactly about that, everything sales related. So if this is your first time here and you found this to be interesting, please don't forget to just subscribe and stay tuned for more videos where we talk about everything sales. All right, so I'm going to jump right into it. So the first mistake is coaching on your consultation calls. This is something that I see a lot with people, and I get it, right? You're on a consultation call. The person is letting you know some of the challenges that they're facing. And you're like, oh, yeah, I know. Here's a solution. This is what you should do, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Most likely then you already gave them the solution to their problem, or at least an idea of what it is that they need to do. So most of the time they're not going to need to sign up for you because you already gave them a tidbit of what they need, right? And I get it, because you are wanting to help. You automatically want to give them the answer in your consultation call. But remember, you have to think about the purpose of your consultation call. Your consultation call, I look at it this way. This is the best way I could explain it. On your consultation call, what it is you are diagnosing the problem. That's all you're doing. You're doing a diagnostic test, and you are letting them know, hey, based on what we talk about, it seems like this is the challenge that you're facing, this is and that. And then you are positioning yourself as the person that can help them overcome whatever challenge that they are facing. Pardon me. That is all you have to do. So on the consultation call, you're giving them the diagnosis of the issue. And then you are telling them, hey, I have the treatment for this diagnosis. Therefore, you will need to work with me in order for me to give you the treatment. But you do not give the treatment on the on the consultation call, if that makes sense. So this is something that I fell trapped to a few times, I would have to admit, especially in flow of conversation. But this is also why I have switched my consultation calls and flow to make sure that I don't fall trapped to that. And this is something I would highly encourage you to do, is having a flow of conversation. Yes, conversations are different, but once you structure your sales calls a certain way, it allows you to continue to have the conversation and not fall for the trap and just start giving answers on your consultation call. Again, a consultation call is a consult, then to sign them up to become a client in order for them to get the result, get the answer that they're looking for that you have. This is not the time to start coaching people. This is not the time to just provide the answer to them. So if you want to sell, this is one of the first things that you have to address, is not just start giving answers away in a consultation call, is to book them to become the client so that they are paying for the answer that you have. Okay, so that's number one. The second trap that a lot of new coaches fall into is the trap of talking about the competitor. So sometimes your prospect will bring up the fact that, well, such and such company, meaning your competitor, does XYZ. They do this way. What about this? Or their price is this. So oftentimes you may feel like you have to defend your brand. You may feel like you have to, defend your position, defend your pricing, defend why you approach things like that. I would encourage you to not go that route and to avoid that little rabbit hole when it's presented to you. Do not take the bait. Okay. So what you do instead when someone bring up the fact that, well, I hear so-and-so company does this instead. Is that something that you do, or can you do this, or whatever? All you have to do is just say the fact that, oh, okay, I can understand, always acknowledge, right? I can understand why you would bring this up. Well, over here at ABC Company, we do XYZ to whatever, get you the results. And then you focus on you. You focus on the value that you bring. You focus on the things that you bring to the table. You focus on how your approach can help them get the result, what makes you valuable in the marketplace. One of the things that I suggest you never, ever, ever do, even if it's the truth, even if you're like, everybody and their mama knows this, you do not ever want to talk negatively about your competitor and saying stuff like, well, they don't blah, 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 or they don't do X, Y, Z, or well, they can charge this price because they're not doing blah, 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 right? You don't fall for that trap. You never, ever bring up or down your competitor. You just don't talk about it at that time at all. You just acknowledge, oh, okay, well, here at blah, 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 you bringing back the focus onto you. You want to re-highlight you, right? Because the other thing is, it makes you look weak, if that makes sense, if you are speaking down about another competitor in order for you to bring yourself up, right? So you never ever want to do that. Also, you don't want to start doing a comparison list of you and the competitor, right? That's for the prospects to do their own research, right? So this is not the time for you to try to say, oh, well, compared to them, we do this. Compared to them, we do that. You don't want to do that. All you want to do is focus on you. Doesn't matter what they do, right? So one of the things, if you are selling products, for example, you could say, unfortunately, I cannot speak to the quality of the ingredients that they use, right? So I can't tell you why their prices are this way, but I can tell you over here at ABC Company, we use blah, 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 blah. So you highlighting all of the great things that you are doing, and you saying, I use quality products, right? So are you saying that the other company doesn't? No, you're just saying, hey, I don't know what they use. I can't speak to, how they handle their product. All I can tell you is that here at this company, this is how we handle our product. Same thing for services, right? Oh, so-and-so does blah, blah. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you how they, structure their company, what, level of experience they have and expertise. But I can tell you over here, we have over 20 years of experience in blah, 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 blah. And our team bring in this type of expertise, and things like that. So always go back to highlighting your strength and never go to pointing out your competitor's weakness as a way to promote yourself, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's the second thing. Now, the last thing is something that if you have been here for a little bit, you know that I keep talking about so much. So you already know it is asking for the sell. And the reason why I bring this up is, you guys, 63% of sales, new sales agent don't ask for the sell. They do not close. They do not ask for the sell. They don't do assumptive close. They just keep talking about the benefits and keep talking and hoping that the client or prospect just say, okay, yes, I'll buy. Your job is to ask for the sell, right? After you do your presentation and after you go, you make your offer, you just close on the sell. That's what you need to do. That's what your job is. So that can look like an assumptive sell. That can look like, you asking them to sign the contract. You know what I mean? So this is what you have to do, is not just linger around and hope that they will sign the contract if you keep talking. Right? And I'm not going to get into the different personalities and things like that for when people buy, because there are some people you need to be quiet and allow them to process the information that they are giving in order for them to close, right? So you definitely want to learn your prospect and the prospect type that you have in front of you. Does that mean now it's time to be quiet and let them make that decision? But you still offer to close today. Not, do you need some time to think about it? Don't ever say that. Okay. It's just like, okay, now that, we discussed this, when would today be a good day to start, and just sign the contract? How many, which package did you want to sign up with today? You know what I mean? So just go ahead and make the close, ask for the sale, and close more clients that way. 63% is a lot of people leaving money on the table. People can't read your mind. If you want to do business with them, you have to let them know you want to do business with them. Okay, so those are the three things that until you do them, until you start addressing those areas, you will have a hard time closing more clients. So if you are wanting to learn how it is that you need to manage your sales calls, how it is that you want to grow your business, I am launching a 5-day sales call challenge in October. If you're interested, the link will be in the description where you can sign up for the wait list, at least right now, for that course, where we'll go over how to handle a sales call from beginning to end. So if you're interested, definitely check out the link. And of course, as always, if you have questions, let me know. And let me know in the comments, what are some of the challenges that you face in a sales call? What are some of the things that always trip you up in a sales call? I would love to know and answer your questions. So let me know what you think and the questions that you have below. And that's it for me. So as always, I just want to say, if you have questions, concern, remember that God is always on your side. All you have to do is ask him, as he will teach you, counsel you, and guide you in the way that you should go. That's it for me, you guys, and have a blessed day. I will see you guys next week.